Coming up tonight, Methodists celebrate Harvest Sunday, first junior chefs named, and No Plastic Initiative gains momentum. Good evening, I'm Mike Ranamalo. Today marks an important day in the Christian calendar as churches around the country offer sacrifices to the Lord with their first crops commonly known as sevu. Fiji News visited some churches this morning to provide you with this report.
Today marks Harvest Sunday, which is an annual ritual for Methodists as they offer their first harvest of whatever they planted to God to seek His blessing. Yams of all shapes and sizes filled churches around the country this morning, along with root crops and first harvests, a practice that dates back to biblical times. At Navulo Methodist Church in Nakasi this morning, members of the congregation placed their offering in front of the pulpit. Many harvested their prized crop to be part of the Harvest Sunday, or what is commonly referred to in Fijian, Singatambu ni Isevu.
I think it goes right back to biblical times. The Israelites, Moses commanded them through God that they should make an offering from their land. First harvest should go to God. And in that way, God will bless the land and bless its people. This is not new to Fiji. Before Christianity, we used to offer to our chiefs our what is called a sevu. And that's the traditional, the Fijian name for it.
Tangidake Verata says when people offer their lives to God and let God be the center of their lives, then the produce of the land will be abundant in supply, which shows blessing and peace from the Most High. Tangidake Verata believes by doing this, it will also give an opportunity for the younger generation to seek, learn, and continue with this tradition. From Navulo Methodist Church, we visited Nandera Methodist Circuit and was quite amazed with the difference from what we had witnessed earlier. At Nandera, the church lali was blessed as church members believed that the beating from the lali would gather the flock to come and worship the Lord.
And also today is a special day. We offer our lali that normally used way back before Christianity came in, but now it's used as a symbol, sort of to call people to worship. Not only calling them to worship, also prepare their hearts wherever they are, like in their homes or on the streets. When they heard the lali beaten, that's a sign of them to prepare their hearts to come to worship.
The new lali that was blessed this morning will replace the old lali that was being used by the Nandera Circuit for over 20 years. Methodist churches around Fiji celebrate Harvest Sunday on the first Sunday of the month of March. But we are reminded by the proverbial verse in Luke chapter 10 verse 27 that we must love the Lord our God with all our hearts, our mind, our strength, our soul, and that we must love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Blessed is the cheerful giver.
The two junior chefs who will represent the country as Fiji's junior master chefs were named yesterday. The Kids Cooking Workshop is part of the South Pacific Food and Wine Festival, which will be featured in 10 days' time.
12-year-old Dominic Silvestrini and 16-year-old Muhammad Begum have been given the title of Fiji's first ever junior master chefs. This followed a fierce competition between 8 junior chefs at the Junior Master Chef Fiji 2012 Cook-Off Finals competition at the Holiday Inn in Suva. The Junior Master Chef Cook-Off Finals competition was organized to identify 2 winners who will represent Fiji in the Kids Cooking Workshop in the South Pacific Food and Wine Festival that will be held in Nadi this month. Youngest participant Dominic was declared the winner of the first category, which saw junior chefs between the age of 10 to 12 competing for the titles. The winner of the second category, which saw participants between the ages of 13 to 16 in the cook-off, was Muhammad from Lautoka.
The Fiji Medical and Dental Secretariat is calling on all doctors to have indemnity cover. This is after a group of private doctors protested against the insurance cover, even though it is covered in the Fiji Medical and Dental Practitioners Decree 2010.
The Medical and Dental Practitioners Decree of 2010 requires that each practitioner or medical personnel has a valid annual license, and in order to get one, the medical personnel will have to have an indemnity cover. Chief Executive of the Fiji Medical and Dental Secretariat, Dharmesh Prasad, says, "The law is the law. Practitioners need to realize that the indemnity cover is for their own benefit." The CEO drew light to a Lautoka High Court judgment in February last year, where a doctor was ordered to pay over $400,000 in compensation to a patient. Prasad says the possibility of being sued these days are quite high, and the insurance will cover their legal costs and even ensure that they are safe in times like this. According to the decree, a registered person or health services provider must not provide medical or dental treatment unless he or she is insured or has indemnity in a manner and to an extent approved by the Council against civil liabilities that may be incurred by the registered person, as the case may be, in connection with the provision of such treatment. A person who does not comply commits an offense and is liable to a fine of $50,000 or being sent to jail for 6 months or even both. Meanwhile, the Consumer Council of Fiji says that indemnity medical insurance will assure patients that the medical and the dental practitioners are in a position to meet the financial consequences of legal liability. Patients will be at a greater risk if the practitioner or the doctor they go to is uninsured and without assets or has no fund to meet a court judgment.
Coming up after the break, Pacific Island countries urged to take on board climate change issues. Rice farmers in the Northern Division receive timely boost, and no plastic gains momentum.